Hello there. Uh, I'm in a little bit of shock, but let me tell you why. Well, you probably know because of the title. Jill failed her smog check. Um, it's interesting because, Jill is a California emissions air cooled Vanagon, still has to go through the smog check every 2 years. Um, Jack is a 81 air cooled California Vanagon, California emissions. I'm going to have to deal with this with Jack as well. So, what they said is that the fuel cap didn't pass, has a couple of cracks in it, but really, I know that they have a little tester that they do on the fuel thing. So I need to get a new fuel cap. They're ridiculously expensive. The cheap ones that you get maybe at AutoZone don't actually fit. So I have to get one through Volkswagen. It's probably $40, $45. But they also said that it gross failed the evap test, which means that they put something on your gas cap and they put pressure into it, and then it's supposed to hold pressure. So he said it smelled pretty strong like fuel. So what I need to do now is find wherever this air leak is that leaks out vaporous fuel fumes. So that's my task. I think I'm going to pull it in the garage here before Mrs. Smith gets home, just because I can crawl around on this floor a little bit. It's a little smoother than the front. So that's where I'm at. Thanks for joining me. Still in a little bit of a shock because it's been passing smog tests since I've had it. And I think it even passed the first smog test that I had with massive fuel leaks. So, I've redone all the seals on the tank. But go ahead and comment if you've had the same similar problem. Let me know if, all the seals are new. The whole system is new fuel line. Let me know what you think. All right, so I don't really know if I have any idea where to start. This thing is new. Well, all the fuel stuff is new. So this is considered the rollover tank where those go in. It does have a rollover valve on the top. In order to check that, I need to take it out. We'll see, maybe that's where the leaks are coming from, huh? There's where one valve goes in for a breather. So I'll have to take a look at this. I can't see it myself, but I'm sure you can. It goes right in there. And then it goes across the tank to the other side. So let's go look at the other side. But while we're on this side, let's take a look up here and see if I see any kind of fuel leakage. That's where it goes into the hard line. I don't see any fuel leakage there. You can see that's all new. I don't see any leakage. It goes into the hard line once again back there. And the hard line is up above here. This is all oil. My oil cooler for you. No oil leaks there, which is nice. Okay, so sorry I'm jumping around. I'm crawling around under here. I don't see any fuel leaks there. Nothing is wet on any of that stuff. So that's a good sign. All right, let me go over to the other side and see if I can take a picture of the evap on the other side. Okay, so here's the fuel cap. That looks pretty bad, actually. That could be the problem, is just this rubber piece right here. Look at that. That's nasty. Doesn't look like I redid all those lines, but it doesn't look like I redid anything on this piece. I am smelling gas over here. There's the other rollover tank. Well, that's probably where it's at. That actually would be pretty easy. But since we're down here, we're going to try and get this flashlight in here. See if you can see where that other hose goes in there. Not sure how well that's showing up. Let me come in from a different angle. So that's where the other hose goes in there. So again, I'll have to take a look at this. I'm definitely smelling fuel right here. And then I can't really see this seal, but that would be leaking every time I fill it if the seal was bad there. But this might be your bad seal right here. If that's the case, I actually might have one of those. Good thing about having multiple VWs, so sometimes we have multiple VW parts. So let's look over here and see what I have when it comes to fuel. Here's what I got here. That's intake. This is for the top of the fuel tank. Brand new parts there. There's some more lines. Oh. Here's the old fuel tank rubber seal, which still looks good, but nonetheless it's another seal. Here is the fuel tank sender. Okay, where is that rubber piece? I know I've got one. Aha! Aha! There we go. Mr. Smith Garage. Oh, we're losing parts. That's okay. Let's see. Let me set you up on a tripod. Gotta find an empty space in the garage. Okay. So this also looks original, but look at that rubber piece. That actually looks a lot better than the other one I was working with. So if that's the piece that's leaking, that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna use this bad boy and fix it. But I do have another fuel cap that does not have cracks. This is that $40 part. No cracks on that one, on that seal. You probably can't see that because, so here's that other fuel. No cracks around that rubber. So not keyed very well, but it'll work. This is the one that I think I've smogged it on before. I think the one that's on there now came from another Vanagon, and I just stuck it on there. So So once again, I've got this part that looks pretty good compared to that other one. So that might be our first try. And then I'm going to review the film and see if there's any leakages down on top of the tank where those two valves that I showed you. So we'll be back just a minute. All right, so I don't know if I showed you this, but see these little tiny cracks? Hopefully you can focus in on that. These little cracks around all the way around, right? Well, this is the one that I took off of here that's passed smog a few times. No cracks. No cracks around there. Some of the plastic is broken. See that? But there's no cracks. And as long as that seals around that piece, then it should be okay. Let's see how steady my hand can be while we're getting a screwdriver. One screw. Screw number 2, and this one, the danger screw. Because we don't want to fall in, right? Oh, here, crack it in. Okay, that's holding that screw. No, just hold the okay. Got all the screws out. So what should happen is this little piece should come off. There you go. See that dust falling? I don't know if you can see that or not. What we're doing is we're undoing this one. My fuel tank's about half full, so I have to be careful. I think that thing's probably below half, but let's see what we can do here. Lots of stuff falling here. Aha! Look at that. Okay. So it's pretty crackly. I don't know if it necessarily is bad, but it certainly doesn't look good. This one's a little bit more supple. Let's hope that I can get this thing on. So what we're trying to do is get that on far enough that I can put that strap back on. Let's see. That is pretty tricky. Let's make sure of that. Okay, I'm just get a little too far to reach here. got one screw in. Let's see if I can find the rest of them here. Okay, so I've got those loosely fitted. So now the real big thing is this thing gonna be on there. Let's undo this a little bit more. I don't know, because of this, the back of the screwdriver, if you're even going to be able to see what I'm doing here. But we'll see if we can get it. Make sure it grips that metal. That rubber felt soft enough that it should crackle, I'm hoping. Oh. Oh, that's a little off, huh? There we go. Pull that up just a little bit. There. Make sure that that's on there. And it's got the lip on the back side of it. Okay. Now we'll tighten it down. Okay, so that's tightened down. Now outside here, we're going to tighten down this so it's got a really good So this is what I think was the problem. This piece is but who knows? Who knows? Hard to say. Okay, I'll put this on here. I think as long as that rubber seals around that metal, it should be good. Just hard to say how that's looking in there. I think I'm going to review the camera footage of the other GoPro and see what it looks like on those two seals that are above before I head back over and do the smog check again. I think that's going to fix it, but I'm not sure. I'm going to post this video tonight because I'm not going to go out and re-smog check it tonight. It's too late. And I think I'll go back to the guy I took it to because I think he would check it before he actually tested it again. I don't think he'd make me pay $75 again to fail it. So I did look at the video a little bit before. You'll see it. It's what you'll watch also, but it doesn't look like those seals on top are bad. I replaced those. I think I replaced them 5 years ago, but they shouldn't go bad. It's been in constant use, and the gasoline isn't too bad anymore where it's gonna eat those things up. Maybe. But I didn't see them on a big screen, so maybe after I do some editing, I'll take a look on the big screen, see how they look. But feel free to comment what you might think. If there's any other thing that you can think of where fuel vapors could be escaping. Thinking that those rollover canisters, I got a couple of those sitting around somewhere. Where are those at? They've got these little check valves on top. But I don't think those are bad. Guess they could be, but I don't think they are. Where are my rollover canisters? Because on these ones, oh, they are still in there. So, yeah, it could be something on that. Anyway, we'll see. I think I'm going to post this tonight anyway, though. So thanks for your support, and didn't expect to do this video, but you know, sometimes you don't expect to do stuff, and it just kind of happens. My housemates, my family, are going to probably give me a hard time. Oh, your car's so old. But, you know, I like my old car. Anyway, let me know what you think. We'll talk to you again soon.